How are you all doing tonight? My name is Bigbobbedboi, and welcome to the Burning Crusade's insane pop culture and other references. This video was pretty heavily requested after a section in my previous video touched on this, so here it is. I aim to please. If you somehow didn't know, Blizzard has always added little pop culture and other references in their games. There were even a lot in vanilla, like the Shakespeare NPCs in the Undercity, Ophelia Montague, or the thing you don't talk about. Or stupid shit like this food vendor being named Atkins, like the popular Atkins diet at the time. Okay, some are pretty terrible. Or even weirder shit like Dire Maul having a YTMND reference. But we're here for the TBC references, and well, there's a lot of them. There's no way I can cover all of them, but I think I've got a fun but not so little list of them here. Of course, there's a ton of them in Shattrath, so let's not start there. Let's start with movie and TV references. Way out in Blade's Edge, you've got Toshley's Station, which apparently whoever designed absolutely loved Star Wars, because this is a reference to a pretty obscure line in A New Hope, where Luke said he was going to Toshley Station to pick up some power converters, and you just happen to pick up a quest here called picking up some power converters. The entirety of Toshley Station is pretty much a Star Wars reference. The Blizzard dev team must love Star Wars, damn, because there are so many Star Wars references throughout WoW, so I may as well mention a few more of those, right? Toshley Station has a robot named R3DO, definitely the love bot of C3PO and R2D2, although I do not want to see that R34. And Blood Mist Isle has a character named Kessel who gives you a quest called the Kessel Run. I'm gonna say this is probably a reference to when Han Solo said he made the Kessel Run in less than 12 parsecs. And one last Star Wars one, when you die with the Spirit of Redemption talent, the tooltip actually reads, "You have become more powerful than anyone can possibly imagine." That has to be a reference to what Obi-Wan said to Darth Vader in episode 4. Always hated that scene, by the way. Why kill him? That guy was awesome. In Zangar, we've got Kaylee Smallfry, a reference to Kaylee Fry from the show Firefly, led by the Nathan Drake cosplayer Nathan Fillion. I've never watched it, but I have heard it's really good. Someday. This is just ridiculous, okay? Ridiculous. In the Mid-Realm Eco-Dome in Netherstorm, we have a goblin named Sholly Poor, an obvious reference to the insane actor and curly hair aficionado Pauly Shore, who starred in many movies like Encino Man and Biodome. Get it? He was in Biodome, now he's in an Eco-Dome? Now this is a good one, and this is how you do references. In Hellfire, we have two engineering trainers. Take a look. You get it? Zabig Lebowski. Nice. I mentioned this one in the last video, but it's a good one, so Halle gives us the quest, I See Dead Draenei. Obviously that's a reference to the Sixth Sense, where that dumb kid could see dead people, and for years everyone would quote relentlessly just to annoy you. The NPC is named Halle after the actor Haley Joel Osment, who also had to star in Kingdom Hearts, but thankfully they didn't ruin it, although retcons ruined it later anyway. Okay, so I've already made a bunch of snakes on a plane jokes in another video, so I can't really do any more of those, but here in the ground there are snakes on a plane. Really wish I had saved those jokes. Alright, moving back to Hellfire. Opera Wind Fury. Thanks, I hate it. While it is a reference to Oprah Winfrey, obviously, jokes about OP something Wind Fury had been around for a long time, so I'm going to choose to believe it's one of those. Moving on again, let's look at some musical references now. WoW has done a shitload of them, so seriously there's just way too many to cover, but I've got a few here that I think are some of the cooler ones. In Karazhan we have a little pianist here named Sebastian, likely a reference to J.S. Bach. Although I kind of like to think of it as a reference to Sebastian from The Little Mermaid, because he's also, he's a thing and he likes music. In Area 52, we got some big time Elton John fans. Their dialogue has a lot of references to the EJ song Rocket Man. Especially the part where he says, I'm a Rocket Man. They should have referenced the Rocket Man movie, that would have been cooler, but whatever. Blue suede shoes. Yes, this is a real item. Blizz did do this, dropping from Khosrow in Hyjal. It's a reference to a song very famously sung by Elvis, although it wasn't his. Elvis didn't write songs, he just did covers. It was written by Carl Perkins, and while his version is better, it is also not good, and I do not recommend. The flavor text "keep off" is taken from the lyrics as well. Over in Thrallmar, Horde is lucky enough to have an innkeeper named Floyd Pincus, probably a reference to Pink Eye or Pink Floyd. For all three of my younger viewers, Pink Floyd is not a person, it is a band. And David Gilmour ain't bad. The dev team must have a lot of Pink Floyd fans because it doesn't stop there. This guy, okay. Otonambushi at Azure Watch quotes Pink Floyd lyrics. Weird ones too. There's a quest in Zangar called Us or Them, likely a reference to the Pink Floyd song. Wrath even had a bunch more, like a quest called The Delicate Sound of Thunder, being the same name as one of their live albums. Getting even weirder, and also kind of with the Big Lebowski, kind of. Old Archmage Vargoth, the meme legend himself. Everything about him, pretty much, is a reference to the Eagles song, Hotel California. Nearly everything. A lot of his dialogue is him quoting the lyrics, and then when his story got expanded later on in Wrath, went even further. You can find his journal in Dalaran, and it's surprisingly just more quotes from the song. Weird. And then there's this, which, it's just so stupid. It's so stupid, why? Alright, I don't know what to call the next category of references we'll look at. Random shit. Games and Misc. Okay, yeah. Let's look at some games and miscellaneous. In the Black Temple, with the essence of anger from the reliquary fight looking a little bit familiar. Here's a pretty obscure one actually. The ancient scepter of Su Min is apparently a reference to a 4th century Chinese general named Su Bin who did some crazy shit and also saw some crazy shit in a battle in Mainland with the kneecaps. What the? The Stoppable Force, a vendor quality mace in TBC. This is a reference to the AV item, the Unstoppable Force, which was also a reference. Alright, I'm gonna make the joke. Referenceception. Okay, please don't leave after that. So, Ogre-La won't be in during Phase 1, but these guys sell some dope shit. Like Sugar Free said, I don't always drink alcohol, but when I do, I prefer Dos Equis. Dos Ogres here, sold by this guy. Clearly a reference to Dos Equis, which is good, but I'd recommend the Ambar. I suspect this is also a bit of an ogre joke here. If ogres means ogre, 2 ogres, only 2 ogres are mages, maybe, I don't know. And the ogres also have some cologne. Nice, but it makes you smell good. Actually, it probably doesn't. This is not a recommendation. The Alcatraz dungeon is a prison, kind of like Alcatraz, an old prison on, oh no shit, Alcatraz Island in the Frisco Bay. This is kind of a cool reference though. Alcatraz was a prison on an island and Alcatraz is floating in the air, so it's like an island in the air and Airland. Gladiator's Greatsword, finely crafted to Proximo's specification. I always wondered what this flavor text meant back in the day. It seems like it's most likely a reference to the movie Gladiator, which had a retired gladiator character in it named Proximo. But it could also be in reference to either a PvP dev that was apparently named Proximo, but I couldn't find any definitive info. There were only rumors about a PvP dev being named Proximo. There were also other rumors that Tom Chilton's warrior was named Proximo, and it's in reference to that. I don't think we'll ever really know for sure. Now here's another really good one. This is a deep one. This is a deep reference. I know you've already spent many long nights preparing yourself for all the blood elves that will be named Sephiroth or Sephiroths, X, Roth X, all that cringe shit. Well, Blizz beat you to it, kind of. In Eversong Woods, there's 2 blood elf kids here named Jane and Nova. I'd say that's a reference to Genova, which is like Sephiroth's mom. I don't know, once the movie came out and Crisis Core, I kind of tuned out at that point. The flight master over here in Spinebreaker Post is named Amelia Earhart after Amelia Earhart, the very famous pilot from Kansas who disappeared in 1937. Earbiter. Damn, this is rough. It's a reference to Iron Mike Tyson. If you don't know, it was a really big thing back in the day. Mike Tyson was a famous boxer, not an actor. He bit off part of Evander Holyfield's ear in a match. It was fucked. Oh yeah, he also has a gnome's voice because people like to make fun of Mike's voice.
I can't wait till the 28th. I'm gonna make you my girlfriend.
I can empathize. Alright, I've been dreading it, but now it's time for Shattrath. So Shattrath has a ton of them, and from all kinds of different things. Adam Eternum, although way before my time, this one's quite obvious, it's He-Man. But not the mesh tank-topped version who I'd just love to see him do outrageous experiments on a supple young lab assistant. Apparently, Adam Eternum is a play on his alter ego name, Prince Adam, and the in-universe planet being called Eternia. The battle tiger behind him being a reference to his battle tiger, and his greasy little gnome pet being a reference to a character named Orko. Opposite to him, Horde players get a much better He-Man reference, an appropriately scantily clad undead named Keldor, being a reference to the He-Man character Keldor who became Skeletor. And there's Granny Smith, naming a fruit vendor who sells apples after an apple. Wow, brilliant, Blizz, good job. We got some homeless guys down in the gutter here. Dirty Larry, oh so dirty. Likely a reference to the Clint Eastwood portrayed character who carried some big iron. He's got some friends though. Epic Malone is apparently epic because he's all in purple and epics are purple, I guess. The other guy, Creepjack, is likely a reference to an old Warcraft 3 term, although apparently there was a TV show called Creepjack, but I could find like no info on it. I think it's German. Shit. First a Uruguayan virus, now probably a German one. The skinning trainer is named Seymour, like the Simpsons character Seymour Skinner. Ugh. Refugees in Lower City tell you, hey man, got some money? I got 5 kids to feed. That's a quote from Total Recall. Man, I love Arnold. Kevin Browning, the coffee aficionado. Alright, there's no reference here. He just sells coffee and is a coffee aficionado. I like coffee. I like the word aficionado. Although there's actually a guy named Kevin Browning that manages the band Humphreys McGee. Maybe someone at Blizz knew this. I don't know. They were kind of big at the time. Also, they call that guy a sound caresser. And that just sounds gross. Sal'salabim in the tavern here is likely a really obscure reference to the cartoon Johnny Quest, which I actually watched a lot as a kid, and I remember it made me scared as shit of quicksand. A lot of cartoons had it in the day, but damn, this one especially.
Quicksand! Help!
I mean, whenever I was outside as a kid, I would look around for quicksand. I mean, if you went near quicksand in the 90s as a kid, 92.3% chance you'd be dead. Just deaded. It's specifically a reference to a character's catchphrase. Amazingly, I found a clip.
Sal'salabim.
Oh no, not the levitation trick again.
Hopefully that doesn't get flagged. Farmer Griffith. Okay, I couldn't figure this one out. I tried. Someone said it might be a Welsh joke since they call the sheep iwis. Drop me a comment if you know Welsh. Actually, this brings up a good point. There are other ones where I think they might be something in another language. I googled every NPC's name in TBC, and a lot of them did bring up results in other languages, like this guy. And the last one, I definitely saved the worst for last. Harris Pilton. Hunter, Jesus save me. I hate this so much. This is a very cleverly disguised reference to Paris Hilton. I don't really care about celebrities at all, especially one that got famous for leaked sex tape. And here's the thing that just tops it all off. It's not even any good. Okay, I was a nubile young man at the time, so of course I watched it. Not much, just like 8 or 9 times a week. But it was terrible. You can't see anything. It's all ugly green night vision shots. And there's some dude talking the whole time. It's impossible to enjoy it. Wang did a video on it recently if you want more info on it. On the plus side, she does sell the 22 slot bags, which are really nice. On the minus side, her morbid friend is also here. Now, people have said you could see her with either of the priest on a Benny eyes, but I think it's possible you specifically need the Eye of Divinity. Rakolnichi is another celebrity famous for having a famous dad, I guess. Sadly, no leaked spicy tapes to my knowledge, but I will keep looking and let you guys know if I find anything. I don't get why she's dead though. She's not dead in real life, but she is a ghost here. Maybe Blizzard didn't like her because she also didn't have any tapes, I don't know. I hate it. But hey, at least some of the other references were pretty fun, right? What I really want to know, are there any other references that WoW doesn't have that it should? You know, like stuff that would make sense for TBC? I mean, for me, based on the time TBC was out, WoW was popular, and a show was popular, I would have loved to have seen a Chris Hansen reference. Him telling someone, why don't you have a seat? Or, what are you doing here? Or, oh man, if he was just like, I'm Chris Hansen with Dateline NBC and we're doing a story on adults trying to meet kids on the internet, that would have been funny as shit. Maybe we can get that put in. I mean, hashtag some changes. This is the kind of changes I want. And there are so many references in TBC, it's crazy. I had a lot in the script that I just couldn't put in, and if there are any of those that you guys really like, let me know in the comments. I'd be interested in hearing about them. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, hit that sub button, bell, like button, share button, all that other shit. I appreciate each and every one I get. We even have memberships now. You can check them out by clicking the join button right by the sub button. It is absolutely the best way to support the channel. You get some really cool emotes. Plus, it's way better and cheaper than a Twitch sub. We're actually very close to unlocking a new set of emotes as well, so let's make it happen. We've got a lot of WoW content already on the channel and have much more coming, including streaming right here on YouTube, so be sure to stick around for that. If there's any specific WoW Classic or TBC Classic content you'd like to see, be sure to let me know in them comments. Because I'm pretty free right now, you know, since we're in the no beta club. I guess Blizzard just has some kind of bias against boys with big bombs, I don't know. But that is going to be all for this one. I really appreciate you all watching, and I will see you all for the next one.